Alright, Shalom, first and foremost, we give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaRakakodash, the blood and soul apostles and elders that read millstone, Edification, brethren, and preach and teach his goodness and sincerity and the truth. I'm Brother Bara, and this is Brother Yahweh, Jim Strong. I can't come together. Let's do a quick listen. Venezuela, World War III Venezuela to receive Iran warships. Right, so I'm going into the news at one time. Alright, well, Iran warships in Venezuela cause alarm. This is going to bother neighboring this is going to bother neighboring countries, right? So we are in Trinidad and we are a neighboring country. So we go into the technicalities of that. The dictator of Venezuela and Iran leaders Nicolas Maduro and Hassan Rouhani, right? An announcement that Iran may deploy new generation warships to Venezuelan waters is being regarded by analysts as the mother of all provocation because it could alter the region's geopolitical balance and almost certainly disturb the US government. Right? Now, why I say the headline is very important because it says what? This is going to bother neighboring countries. Now, the US, right? They were heavy. You know how they are. They're heavy on sanctions on all these countries that oppose the democracy, right? Because the elites want everybody to bow down to be underneath that central bank to be getting a loan for them to be getting richer, because the scripture said that they covet land, resources, riches, everything, right? These are the bankers, these are the Edomites, right? In most recent time, we I think it was earlier on this year, we here in Trinidad and Venezuela. Now we are not we Salakia, but the Prime Minister of Trinidad has pledged allegiance to America. Right? You have a US embassy here, right? And what you're seeing here, we're seeing here that the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Venezuela signed a historic gas deal. Right? Now the scripture says we're not ignorant of any matter small or great. Do you have any precept we can bring in the meantime?
Good.
I have this one real quick. This is Sirach chapter 5, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. Right? So we're not ignorant of this. Right? Because Trinidad, who is a so-called ally of America, right? They said they signed what? The Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro have signed a historic gas deal which will allow TNT to access gas from Venezuela Dragon gas field. Right? You can go ahead with your precept.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. Said, and as he sat the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And the end of the world is what the so-called white man Aeon, his rulership, right? The end of his kingdom, right? He said, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, that no man deceive you. And this is, brothers, really precept that be not ignorant in a small matter, neither a great. And we know this is prophecy. This is the Most High making his chest move. And the Most High say he is who muster the battle. And we know this is the preparation for what? The nukes to fly from the Most High, really Most High tell this nation, surround her, all he that bend the bow. And this we see right now, these nations surrounding America, right? Because that's what she's do. So the same thing happening to she now. So we see Iran make a move, we see Russia make a move. It's a what? The surrounding she, right? He said for 6. He said, and he shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Yeah, we hearing of wars and rumors of wars. This is prophecy, right? He says, see that he be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquake in diverse places. You understand? So this is what we see: nation rising against nation. But the Most High give these nation a commandment, right? The Most High said, encamp round about to all he that bend the bow, right? And the bows were the missiles.
Done. This is, oh, so, yeah. It says the Prime Minister, along with a delegation, arrived in Caracas, Venezuela, on Saturday for the signing of an agreement of the final terms for the development of a cross-border gas from the Dragon Field between NGC and PDVSA and Shell, right? So, this is where they met in Caracas, Venezuela. Here, the delegation included the Minister of Energy Franklin Khan, Minister of National Security Stuart Young, Minister of Sport Champa Cujo, Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Dennis Moses, Minister of Finance Alison West, and high-level executives of NGC and Shell. The historic signing took place at the Palacio de Miraflores in Caracas. Speaking following the signing, Prime Minister Rowley hailed the agreement. What we have just witnessed is the coming together in a situation which existed for 2 years, but which has now come to the fore to be operationalized for the people of TNT and the people of Venezuela. Right? Let me see if I can get the date on this because these dates kind of important. This was
I
created
think it was earlier this year.
big man.
I think it was earlier this year.
Yeah, the 25th of August,
Right.
2018. And now in November, what had happened is that our national gas company, which was Petrotrin, right, has since been shut down. Right? Our national gas company has since been shut down. Right? So all these things is strategic moves. We're not ignorant of Satan devices. Right? Now, as I said, look at the headline today. Right? Or the 12th. No, this is December the 8th, actually, 2018. Will Iran warships in Venezuela cause an alarm? This is going to bother neighboring countries. Now, here what? When early on this year, when did we go to Tobago? Around April, May? Huh?
I think it was that was in
August.
around January.
Right, but yeah, well, earlier this year, what we know that Russia sent the spy ship, but that's what was recorded, the spy ship. But we saw the spy ship and the submarine, right? And make a trip, it passed to the coast of Venezuela and it made a trip up to the U.S. And it came back, so it was here twice, right? Now, all these different military moves. We know that on the 8th of November, right? The U.S. brought the Navy toward the coast of Grenada, and then between September and November, the U.S. came and they docked some ships. They docked a ship in the port of Port of Spain, which is the capital of Trinidad, right? And they also I think they also had their spy plane came into Piaco International Airport right here in Trinidad, right? So these military strategic moves are being done right here before our eyes. World War III is on the brink, right? And Trinidad might just well get a missile, right? Trinidad just might get a missile to sink it, right? Bring the judgment of the
Right.
Lord. Because this place
That's
is
right.
full of abomination, full of idolatry, full of full of wickedness, right?
And the proud spirit too.
Done. Yeah. That proud, rebellious spirit. Trying to get a piece up here real quick. If you have something, okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead, got it. Yeah. I was watching your brother Rai from GMS Trinidad East, and he was saying, yo, a lot of these men talking about aim about World War III or feel that it won't be affected. Trinidad gonna be affected. You
Done.
got pestilence. Hey, nukes flying from Venezuela. Nukes gonna be flying from Cuba. Cuba is allied with Russia.
Done.
Cuba is allied with Russia. Cuba is allied with Iran.
Done.
You understand? They're gonna affect us on this side too. They ain't got military troop moving through this land. They head to other borders and all these things. Yeah, hey, hey, Colorado, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, will bring judgment on this wicked place. Understand? So all you coons out there, I don't catch with your pants now.
Done. Well, that scripture was saying Most High open up his armory.
Done. Want to bring it out?
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 50 and 25.
Done.
Go ahead and bring it out.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 24. He said, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art taken, O Babylon. That is America.
Done.
Right? He said, and thou was not aware. He said, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast strive against the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. How they strive? The legislation.
Done.
You understand? They strive against the Most High. You know? So hey, there's a violation. So the Most High said he lay a snare and they didn't know.
Done.
Right? Because they feel the defense system, the tax system, you know, they feel like detect these missiles, but these missiles not gonna miss. Right? And your system not gonna stop these missiles. Right?
Done.
This verse 25, he said the Lord Yahweh had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapon of his indignation, meaning his righteous anger. What's the weapon of his indignation? Those missiles. Fire. You understand? Fire. Those missiles. Right? He said, but this is the work the Lord Yahweh shall power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans, which is the Chaldees days of America, the spiritual Chaldees is America. You understand? I mean, Salaki, the land of Chaldees is spiritually America. Right?
Yeah. This is it says an announcement that Iran may deploy new generation warships of Venezuelan water is being regarded by analysts as the mother of all provocations because it could alter the region's geopolitical balance and almost certainly disturb the US government. Right? So many of these Let's these islands, right? They're underneath what the US.
Yeah.
The arrival of Iranian ships would upset the regional order, said Rossi, however you pronounce it, San Miguel, president of Control QD and governmental organization that monitors Venezuela's forces. This is going to bother neighboring countries and generate an undesirable situation. Right? So we are definitely we right here to be bothered. Right? We as in Trinidad and Tobago, the island, not the elect. Right?
Right.
It says this is going to bother neighboring countries and generate an undesirable situation. She added in a telephone interview from Spain. Now, if you take anything from the trend of because I was just on one of these articles, which is this one. This one here. Right? They had a video. Which we will get into, but right, they have this video playing, and if you let the video play, it's going to actually go down into the trends of Donald Trump. Basically, how much he lies, but basically they're running statistics and analytics on Donald Trump, right? And one thing he has been doing consistently is what they don't follow his orders. He's gonna run tariffs on you, right? And we're already in a situation where we seeing our economics declining. Our dollar is being devalued more and more or less because our dollar is what is being regulated by the central bank, which the bankers own, right? and we are against for the US dollar. All money already has no value. It's like almost 7 to 1. If you buy it in the airport, it's 8 to 1, 8 US, 8 TT to 1 US, right? And certain places you can get it at 7 something to 1 US, right? So our money
Yeah.
has no value. So if we were to be hit with sanctions for doing that, this gas deal with Maduro, who's clearly in alliance or in league with what the enemies of the US, right? Hey, we are the next Venezuela any making. Besides the
Can.
fact that we can receive a missile at any time, right? It says, amid growing tensions between Washington, hey, still again, didn't someone say in the works last night that they dream a missile flying over Trinidad?
I can't recall.
All right, can somebody said that they dream a missile being shot over Trinidad. But it is proved, but it didn't hit the island, right? Amid the growing tensions between Washington and Tehran, the Iranian government last week launched a destroyer built in the Islamic country with stealth properties that allow it to avoid radar detection. In one of its first official comments on the new Sahand destroyer, which can carry helicopters, fire torpedoes, and shoot down airplanes, Iran said it could deploy 2 or 3 of them to Venezuela. Right? It says our plans for the near future include sending 2 or 3 ships with special helicopters to Venezuela on a South American mission that could last for 5 months. Right? The deputy commander of the Iranian Navy, Rear Admiral to, Raj Hassani Moqaddam, was quoted as saying in the Reuters news agency report, Venezuela has become an important strategic ally of Iran over the past 20 years of the Chavistas' rule, right? The 2 countries have signed economic and military agreements valued in billions of dollars, right? It says San Miguel said that despite the agreements, none of the joint products have been successful. If Tehran announcement proves correct, that would prove to be very negative for both countries, warned Martin Rodile, an expert on Iran-Venezuela relations. This is extremely dangerous. It's crazy to send 3 warships to the US backyard, Rodile said from Washington, D.C. If it happens, the only thing it will do is that Washington will send an aircraft carrier to the Venezuelan coast. Iran today is the most critical point of U.S. foreign policy. It's one of the issues that the President Donald Trump has spent the most time on, and sending those ships would be a provocation to the administration. It would be a provocation the administration could not ignore, he added. Right? It says Trump withdrew the United States from an international accord signed by Obama administration to contain Iran's nuclear program and has reintroduced economic sanctions on Iran. You see? So just as I was saying before, they have a trend of what? Putting sanctions. Right? Trump argued that the accord has grave errors because it did not halt Iran's development of ballistic missiles. Despite warnings from Washington, and Iran continues to be a danger to the Western world. And Nicolas Maduro in Caracas has continued to maintain warm relations with Iran. That relationship, on top of Tehran's relations with Havana, which is Cuba, as you were saying earlier on, Moscow,
And
Russia,
and
and more recent Istanbul, has been generating fears in Venezuela, especially because of growing tensions between the country and the United States. Now, watch this. Um, this is early on this month or late last month also. Maduro, Trump advisor John Bolton behind assassination plot. The Venezuelan president accused the United States of involvement in a recent assassination attempt. Right? Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro gave a press conference to this is what December the 12th to international media Wednesday, where he hailed the success of the Venezuelan municipal elections, while also accusing the United States of plotting to kill him. Specifically, he pointed the finger at John Bolton, President Trump's national security advisor, who he said was coordinating efforts to topple his government. John Bolton has been assigned once again as chief of a plot to fill Venezuela with violence to seek a foreign military intervention. And hey, because of because we hey America basically they said they told telling themselves this is what they do. We have the ex-CIA member who came out and said that he was responsible for killing Bob Marley in recent times, right? Saying that he put that cancer infested needle inside his shoe, right? He talk about the things that he would have been doing, toppling governments, right? They have other men coming out talking about their economic hitmen, right?
Done.
All this information is coming out. The scripture said that the Most High is going to make what is going to make Babylon bare. He's going to uncover their nakedness. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahshai, Bashem, Kakodash, Barakatah, uncovering board, right? Brothers from Jamaica, right? So we know, so America is being exposed for the wickedness, and hey, hey, as I read before, not to be taken lightly, not to be we're not supposed to be ignorant of it. Mr. John Bolton has been assigned once again as a chief of a plot to fill Venezuela with violence and to seek foreign military intervention. Maduro told journalists, adding that Bolton was coordinating the training of mercenaries in a military base in Colombia and the United States. It always seemed to me that it was appropriate for local leaders in a true democracy to be elected for those powers, Maduro said as he kicked off his press conference. The Bolivarian movement founded by the commander Hugo Chavez is strong. We leave the mobilization campaign to the local leaders who are every day in the streets working and living with the people, right? So I mean, you get the point. So there's accusations of a plot to kill um, um, President Maduro, right? What they saying he's a wicked socialist leader and he's working against democracy, which Edomites do because what they tend to what demonize, right, to build that case, and then they step into destroy, right? We need devils that they are, right? This is but going back to the ships that being brought in, right? This article says what? Here's why Russia bombers are in Venezuela and why the U.S. is so angry about it, right? So Russia, about 2 days ago, sent what? Some nuclear capable bombers to Venezuela. When two of Russia's most modern nuclear capable bombers landed in Venezuela earlier this week, American officials quickly took note. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo tweeted out a statement calling the move to corrupt government squandering public funds and squelching liberty and freedom while their people suffer. The angry reaction may well have been the intended purpose, according to experts on Russia and Venezuela. Right? It says Pompeo's tweet. Russia's government has sent bombers halfway around the world to Venezuela. The Russian and Venezuelan people should see this for what it is: two corrupt governments squandering public funds and squelching liberty and freedom while their people suffer. The people really suffering because America put sanctions on them. Both. Right? The arrival of the Tu-160 White Swan strategic bombers in Caracas on Monday serves to remind the United States that Russia can still project military might into the Western Hemisphere, says Miriam Lanskoy. and the senior director of Russia and Euros, I can't pronounce that word, at National Endowment of Democracy, a non-profit. I do not know what, I do not know that this constitutes some kind of military threat, but it is a communication about Russia's overall global reach, right? When I read this last paragraph, the Tu-160 bombers were manufactured at the end of the Cold War and are and are among the most advanced strategic bombers in the world. They are capable of flying twice the speed of sound and carrying both conventional and nuclear armed cruise missiles that have a range of more than 3,400 miles. It's not known whether the Russian bombers were carrying any kind of armament on their visit to Venezuela. All right, so I'm gonna get this precept real quick. This is Isaiah 13 and 5. It says, "They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole earth of one." Verse 6, "Holy, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty." Right? Because these are nuclear capable bombers. Right? So Armageddon, this third world war is on. Right? The Most High said not, and no word out of this book is going to go void. Right? The stage is being set for everything, for the World War III, for the RFID chip. Everything is being set. Go ahead, Ak.
Fine, Yapa. Yeah. It's devil. Yeah, because even earlier, not pull up the article, even earlier the CAF said the US media openly calling for a Venezuela military coup. You
Done.
understand? To overthrow the government. And we know this what this devil is do.
Done.
He set up train these terrorists that he set up to go in the cars havoc in the whole country. It's just covetousness with these elite banking family. You know. It's all covetousness. You know. You understand? And the card being skinned up by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? The card being skinned up. Right? But these nations, the most nation in camping around about her because the prophet said America got the unwalled village, which in America gonna be invaded by these nations. It's gonna be invaded by Russia, by Iran, you know, the allies. You understand? And this Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 30, he said, because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, it shall not be inhabited. And this is going to happen to America. He said, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. He said, put yourself in array against Babylon. He said, run on about, all he that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she had sinned against the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So the Most High said, put himself in array. Right? Check up the word array. Right? Because this is the time of judgment.
While you look it up, reading to the next article. This article is entitled Venezuela, Erdogan and Maduro slams US sanctions, right? So this is another ally, right, of Russia, Venezuela, and Iran. Turkey. Venezuela has suffered from a severe political and economic crisis since a collapse in oil prices several years ago. It has sought to bolster its ties with Turkey as it faces down a range of US sanctions. So you see, so the hypocrisy of the Americans is that what they're saying that They're saying, so, okay, let me see if I can get that tweet. Where they had that tweet? They're saying that, yeah, you have something? You ready?
No, I said these dummy walk around and saying how I can't
Okay.
see how Venezuela, a rich country, they collapse. Yeah, because America do that.
Done.
America is the criminal. They are the true terrorists in the earth. They are the criminal. They are the thief. They are the murderers.
Done.
You Edomites. You understand?
Done. Yeah, because look at what Pompeo was saying. Pompeo was saying the government has sent bombers halfway around the world to Venezuela. The Russian and Venezuelan people should see this for what it is: two corrupt governments squandering public funds and squelching liberty and freedom while the people suffer. The people suffering because of this. Look what it says here in this article here. It says what? It sought to bolster ties with Turkey as it faces down a what range of U.S. sanctions. So the devils in America, the reason why the people are rioting and migrating. I saw in article where I said I think it was like 300,000 um, Venezuelans leaving, going up into other South American countries, right? There's some that they recorded,
Right?
right? It says Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan denounces U.S. sanctions against Venezuela at a joint press conference with its Venezuelan counterpart Nicolas Maduro in Caracas on Monday. Ties between the two countries have grown closer in recent months as Venezuela struggles to overcome a severe economic and political crisis. Right? It says, look, we read more. China vows to help crisis hit Venezuela. So, hey, the most high, this is a sweet chess game.
God.
Sweet chess game. The most high just putting all the players in play. Everybody just being set up and play. The chessboard is being
Right?
set. It says violent protests. The last short violent protests erupted across the country following a Supreme Court decision in late March 2017, a strip of legislative branch of its power amid the international outcry. President Nicolas Maduro reversed the decision, but it was too late for a call of a new election, and dozens died in the clashes with security forces. Right? So there's a lot of bloodshed that has been done. You see, you have the mafia warfare for the gold mine. Hey, a lot of warfare, a lot of death is being done. This so-called white man, the Edomites, they're responsible for a lot of death on this planet Earth, right?
God.
And the scripture says that hey, the land can be cleansed and separated by the people whose blood who shed the blood, right?
God. Yeah.
Yeah, you have something there? I have a precept. You have one?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse I'll start at verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to them that covet an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Right? So they do not
God.
need viciousness because well actually as it just point out, they want the gold. There was even an article Venezuela was seeking to repatriate its gold from the Bank of England. And the Bank of England was acting as though they don't know about the amount that Maduro was quoting that he had in there. They had also what? They had also you run an audit basically to see if what he's saying that they really have. You mean he sort of takes record of everything. You mean they don't know that they have the figure that he count? You know? So these devils they're just about the oil, the mineral resources. They don't care about the people of the land. You're gonna have to pay. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just go into the word array, right? In in Jeremiah 15, 14, he said, "Put yourself in array against Babylon, round about all he that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrow, for she had sinned." So like for she had sinned against the Lord. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So going to the word array, right?
Strong's age 6186.
Right? It's the Strong's age 6186 Ara. It's said to arrange the set or put or lay in order, set in array, prepare, right? Prepare for the battle, order, ordain, handle, furnish, esteem, equal, direct, compare. So when I go into this word array on Google, right? When you go into the word array, right? They say an impressive display or range of a particular type of thing, right? And again, different meaning there, lineup, formation, arrangement, disposition, and game mustard, right? When you go into the word mustard, it tell you assembling troops, especially for inspection or in preparation for battle. So when we go to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 4, he said, "The noise of a multitude in the mountain, like of a great people." He said, "The tumultuous noise of kingdoms, of nations gathered together, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts," right? He's the Lord of army, muster the battle. You understand? He said the Most High mustered the host of the battle. So when you go into the word mustered mean what? To assemble troops. Does the Most High is who assembling Russia? To Russia bring these missiles and Iran send these ships to Venezuela? You know? Is the Most High doing our list? Because the Most High is a man of war. This is the Most High making his chess move to destroy you devils. You understand? Because this is the same thing that you devils been doing, you know, in secret. So now you're getting judged by your same abomination. So the Most High is who arranging and bringing these troops together to what? So the Most High could pour out his indignation on you devils. And 2/3 of our people, y'all gonna be caught up in that because y'all a bunch of niggers. Right? Verse 5, Isaiah 35, he said, "They come from a far country." Who they? The ICBM missile. They come from a far country, from the end of he said, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the weapon of his indignation to destroy the whole land. You understand? So the Most High is who prepared this nation. The Most High is who setting up the battle. How we want these troops to go, where you want this, where you want Russia to do, where you want Iran to do, where you want Turkey to do. The Most High is who setting up everything. And another thing too, these white people, they have no sense. They are a bunch of fools. These so-called white people, because you so-called American are a bunch of dummies too. Because right now y'all military, they are all over the world. And plus you have an on-wall village. You have part open wide.
Open part.
And America can.
And you never been touched.
Can, yeah, forging that of Babylon. And the proud. And right now America fighting war in 7 countries. You understand? They military all over the place. And one of the prophecy, the Most High say, he can remove the Northern Army far from thee. So the Most High can remove the army out today too. Right? They in Afghanistan, they're fighting in Afghanistan. They're still fighting in Iran. They're still in Syria. They're fighting in Yemen, Somalia, Libya, and Niger. So they have the military in 7 countries. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Psalm 73, verse 6. "Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness They have more than the heart could wish.
Yeah,
They
these
are
niggas
corrupt.
greedy.
Done. They are corrupt and speak wicked concerning oppression. They speak
Gun,
lawfully.
gun.
It
You
says,
so-called white people, you so-called white people are the real nigga on the planet. You is the real nigga. You is the real black people. You so-called white people. You
huh,
understand?
yeah, dark, void of light, void of life.
Yeah.
It says, they are corrupt, they speak wickedly concerning oppression, they speak loftily, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his
Yes.
people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them.
Gun.
And they say, how doeth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High?
That's proud. That's pride. That's pride. Because Isa, you a robot. You in the matrix. Everything that you do in the most I say you can do it. So you
Yeah.
in the matrix. Right?
This is this is Hebrews chapter 9 verse 22. Almost all things are by the law purged with blood, and without the shedding of blood is no remission of sins. Right? So they shed plenty blood on the land, right? So the land has to be cleansed of the blood that they shed,
That's
right?
right.
So the Most High is about to what? Cleanse this whole place by what? By
Like
sending us
bloodshed.
icy lambs.
God. And this in the law too. Yeah, this in the law. It's how the most I can cleanse the land by shedding you niggas blood. 2/3 of our people. Y'all a bunch of niggas. Y'all a bunch of imbecile. I hate you niggas.
Huh.
You understand? And these Edomites, hey, I got perfect hatred for you Edomites. And all you are the heathen nation. You understand? Y'all defiling the earth, y'all destroying the earth, and y'all walking around here proud. Y'all's a bunch of servants, and y'all walking around here proud. So all the proudness, all the pride when you heathens have on your face, and you niggas who here know something, hey, the most I say, hey, you men gonna become like women in the day.
That's right.
You're gonna travel like women.
Huh.
And what? That quick one there for you.
Well,
This Obadiah was 15. He said, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is near upon all the heathens, all you heathens. This included 2/3 too, because 2/3 of people are in a heathen state of mind. Right? He said, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy whole head. Yeah. America, your reward will return on your own head. You understand?
that's right. It says Psalms chapter 14 verse 4. Of all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread and call upon the Lord. Yeah, because you all continue to say that you all are the true Israelites.
God,
Yeah, your Khazars, the Ashkenazi Jews, right? You all
God,
continue to say that you are the true Israelites, and yet still they're destroying the people, right?
God,
You're talking about hey, of course in Turkey, of course in Iran. We definitely the so-called Venezuelans, we know them as Asher, right? They have Israelites across there, right? They put in sanctions upon these people, and you Lord, hey, through the Spirit, you afflict these people, you know who they are.
God,
Some of these Palestinians are what Israelites. Definitely, some of these Turkish people are Israelites, right? The Armenians are Israelites, and you putting them pressures on them because you don't care about them because you know that they are the chosen people of the Most High, right? So the Most High, hey, you think the Most High is not going to require it? He's going to require it, right?
God. Yeah. And every time somebody talk about you wicked ass, hey, got to run by the most I say a bastard shall dwell in that. But you
Yeah.
see these dummies, they don't read the scriptures.
Yeah.
The most I say a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Where is Ashdod? Ashdod is a city in Israel. You understand? Check it up for yourself. It's a city in Israel. Right? And every time anybody you talk about you false Jews and you wicked Jews, you ask flag in the video. Right? Any other Jake, like the Jake, I can't remember his name, who get fired from CNN,
From
talk
CNN.
about you
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about you devils, you fire him. But there's a wake-up call for he. You know, if he take heed, you know, it's a wake-up call for he. You know,
Shalom, command board, Salakia. Shalom.
hey, shalom, shalom. You know,
Yeah.
you come across these videos with the Akims on the highways, when I take heed, is the Israelite. And them so-called is the enemy. You understand? Soon as you come talk about them the time about his speech, I hate you fucking niggas, boy. I can't wait. Can't wait till Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai give you the power to squeeze the life out of you fucking motherfuckers. Can't wait. Fucking Edomites. Can't wait. You understand? Can't wait.
This is Job 34, Second 21. For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his doing. There is no darkness nor shadow of death, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves.
Son,
For he will not lay upon man more than right, than he should enter into judgment with the Most High. He shall break in pieces mighty men without number, and set others in their stead. Right? So, hey, the Most High is about to do that, because the scripture in the Apocrypha says what? Because of injuries and unrighteous dealings.
son.
I'll try and get it, but you know, the kingdom is translated from one ruler to the next.
I'm ready for you.
I can't.
Yeah. You devils gotta go, boy. You devils gotta go.
And Sirach chapter 10, verse 8.
Son. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10. This is in the Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus chapter 10.
Shalom, Yahweh Shemel Shai Barakatah.
Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 7. He said, pride is hateful before the Most High Yahweh, and men and man, and by both do it one commit iniquity. They said, because of unrighteous dealing, injury, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And this is what happened. Well, this is what's happening right before your eye. The transition of the kingdom. As the apostles said, they coined the term CCT, circling or C, circling down the dream. CD, however you pronounce, whatever. I can't know what I'm saying. Circling down the dream. We see the total breaking down, definition of what a kingdom. The king is being, he is a fool. He's not actually being made to look like a fool. He is a fool, right? Because the scripture says that, and the king, when I say the king, I'm not talking about Donald Trump, because he's just a puppet. I'm talking about the elites behind him, the puppet master, right? The scripture says that the fool said in his heart that there is no God, right? So they're out there with the space programs, building cities in space, the ISS, and whatever else that they have, because it's only what they choose to show us, right? The ISS, right? They're building they're weaponizing the satellites out in space to fight against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Yet still they say that they believe in God. When they know they have the original manuscripts, they have the papyrus, they know that there's a heavenly power. And they know that that heavenly power is going to require their blood for the oppression of the people, because the scripture says so. Right? They have continued to afflict the people of the Most High. Right? The scripture is it Obadiah says what let me see if I can get it real quick.
Yes, so hey, brother, but explain this beautifully, because what we're seeing right now is a transition. The word is bite my tongue sometimes. What we see right now is a transition of power, right? It's only the men the Lord gonna see it, right? The men that the Most High, the men who eyes the Most High open gonna see it. Is a transition of power that we see right now. That's why we see the whole of Europe right now in a mess. Because when the UK leave leave the EU, they're gonna collapse the economy, because the EU, the UK is a staff. Is a staff for the EU nations. You understand? This is what the prophecy said. Partly one was iron and partly clay, partly strong and partly weak. The UK is strong by themselves. They don't need the EU to be strong. They're strong by themselves. You understand? So this is the destruction of the Edomite kingdom, or you so-called white people. This is your destruction. You understand? It's a beautiful and it's beautiful that we see in this. That's why we say Kalal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Right.
You understand? Because you devils go in, the scripture says, for house divided against itself, how shall the house stand? And you are divided. Because this is your kingdom, and you are fighting each other for what? For power and wealth and authority. With these banking family, that's greedy. This is you so-called white people kingdom. And you are not even getting along. So what praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? Yeah, go ahead, Axel.
Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy, right, which is the only men that were in alliance with you. China was once a great ally of America, right?
Yeah.
And China's pledged allegiance to who? Russia, right?
Yeah.
And hey, they're standing up because they're standing up. You know, just recently, this weekend, I think it was Monday, what China said, the next time that America send a warship into the territories, what they're going to do, they're going to send 2 of their battleships, one to ram, one to stay off course, and one to ram, right?
Yeah.
Because nations are standing up. Remember the prophecy in Isaiah says, as thou become as weak as we, right?
Fine.
Because these countries have their ideas, and the news of America ain't free to use it, so they ain't free to use theirs, right? It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Right?
Right.
So it's how he can't even see what is going on. Right? You think he's untouchable. It says, shall I not in that day, say the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding of the monk of Esau? You see, because the Most High Zephaniah, he could send a spirit on the left hand side to advise, right? This is Zechariah chapter 3 verse 1. And he shewed me Joshua the high priest standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him, right? And also when he sent a lion spirit to persuade Ahab, right? So Pompeo and the whole crew or the whole team advising Trump, right? The Most High can put spirits on them. Say, hey, you're going to win this, you're going to win that. This is a good move. This is a good play.
God.
But guess what? It's all in destruction, because what the prophecy says, you're going down. You're going to be destroyed. The kingdom is going to be transferred unto Israel.
I quick question for you, as you just said it, right? That Satan standeth in our right hand. You know that Satan standeth in our right hand. You are the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, right? And this is what our forefather King David said. This is Psalms 144. This is not coincident. Psalms 144, right? Verse 7. He says, send thy hand from above, ride me, and deliver me out of the great water, from the hands of strange children, which is you so-called white people, right? He said, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood. You understand? The right hand is the right hand of falsehood. So Satan stand by the right hand.
Yeah, and the Most High puts it in the hearts of men, right? It says, Obadiah verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Timon, shall be dismayed, right? Falling hand in hand with that precept.
God.
That every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter, right?
That's right.
The Most High, his heart is what? His heart is to destroy you, Esau and Edom, right? To destroy Babylon on the face of the earth, make it a desert land. The land where only doleful creatures gonna dwell, right? Unless he has men, because this place is wicked. It's wicked. The poison that is spread on the earth is unbearable, right? It's like the scripture said, what? We vex like just not vexed by the unrighteous conversation of the wicked, right? Everywhere you turn is abomination,
big sex party, sex island party that they thought was going to be in Trinidad, but it's actually in, from what I've seen today, it's actually in Margarita, Venezuela, right?
Hmm.
Drug fill party, $6,000 for a ticket, right? $6,000 for a ticket. You go there and unlimited amount of food, drinks, drugs, and women swinging, exchanging of partners. What do you think went on in Sodom and Gomorrah? What do you think went on in Sodom and Gomorrah? Right?
Done.
This is Jude. This is Jude verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, right? And going after strange flesh are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Right? It was
Done.
set forth for an example. The Most High burned them to hell up. It was 5 cities. Right? 5 cities were burnt up. Right? But hey, it was set forth for example, but Esau and his wicked philosophy says that what? You can have sex with anything. Right? Anything, anybody, anyhow, exchange. We have medicine that will cure diseases, AIDS, syphilis, right? Well, syphilis, I think, no, herpes uncurable. I don't know about this syphilis, right? But go ahead, have this happen. Hey, what about the, hey, the US is such, Edom is such hypocrites, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You have,
They
you have
do.
regulatory systems for all kind of things, for food and drug, for health, right? Who regulating this kind of stuff? Because this was on the New York Times, right? This was on the New York Times. But where the so-called regulatory systems for this kind of thing to shut this down? No, the script, the article says that the promoter of that sex filled, drug filled party for what? I think there's 48, right? He has permission. He has permission from the different authorities, right? He said he paid and he has permission. So you know what? It goes to show that these people are just hypocrites, right?
Done.
Back to Obadiah, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right? So hey, you're going to be cut off for
Done.
shedding the blood of the nation of Israel. Right? Because you perpetually hate the nation of Israel. Right? And well, there's the 12 tribes, Asher included. Right? And the scattering of the tribes all over, the confusion of faces. Who most likely you know who these people are, why you're oppressing them up to this day. This is Amos chapter 1 verse 11. Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept wrath forever. He kept his wrath forever. So the Most High is going to bring judgment upon you, Esau.
Done.
This is Obadiah verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down. It shall be as though they had not been. So these, hey, the Most High making his big chess move. Right? These ships, these bombers, these submarines, all being set up, right? And wait, who have stealth technology? What is being broadcast and what is not being broadcast? All these different things. And hey, in the meanwhile, because I was watching Secure Team this morning, these chariots, hey, they come in more brazen,
Done. Done.
right?
Gotta
The
stop.
ISS was doing a service, they was retrieving a satellite, and there's a chariot that's been in the shape of a triangle. They call it a 3RB, right? It's a coin name for it. Pass right in the front, like close enough, like long time used to be in far distance. Chariot pass
Done.
right behind the satellite, right? But I will be inaudible for a while because I've been reading. So I don't know if you want to continue or if you will end off.
Now I hear you clear now. Well, I got a piece of paper for you to back you up there. This is what happened. This is what happened to these heathens, right? This is exactly what happened to you heathens, right?
Still like you're in here.
Now I hear you clear.
Why gone?
Yeah, I hear you clear. Yeah. All right. I got a piece of paper. Motherfucker, let me read this one for. This is Psalms 58, verse 1. Do he indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do he judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? He said, yea, in heart do. He said, yea, in heart he work wickedness. He weighed the violence of your hands in the earth. And this you so-called white people. So we see right now, the Most High preparing the judgment for you, you Edomites. And you are the heathen nation, and two-thirds of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Most High preparing the field for judge you wicked, demonic Edomites. Right? You are the heathen nation, especially you Moab, you proud as ass. You understand? And two-thirds of our people. This is what the Most High preparing it. Just like preparing judgment. Right? He said, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they're born speaking lie. The wicked is you so-called white people over there 1 and 3, or 1 and 4. Right? So like your Malachi 1 and 4. You are the wicked. Right? He said the poison is like the poison of the serpent. And there's a philosophy. The poison is the philosophy. As the brother Bar was now going into, talking about this island party orgy and all kind of wickedness. Hey, you can have sex, but do it in righteousness. You can have sex with your woman, do it in righteousness. You're not supposed to have sex with man and animal and all these things that the so-called white man saying that you can do. There's abomination inside of the Most High. But you can have sex with your woman, do it in righteousness. Do it indoor. That is your this supposed to be what? In privacy. You understand? So the poison is the philosophy. You know what? You could be homosexual. You could be a transgender. Hey, you could pop a horse. Because I think it's in 10 states in the U.S. It's legal. It's legal to what? To have sex with beasts. And the most I say, yo, there's abomination. You got to put the man to death, or the woman, and the beast also. You understand? Even in Europe, they got brothel. They could go have sex with beasts. That's why this devil got to come out, because it's poison. Infest the whole planet Earth. These people out there gone. Last time we coming home up, and I tell him, brother Corey, I said, look, these fucking Hindu, right? Celebrating Christmas. These people gone. These heathen gotta go. These heathen gotta go. It's a whole heap of confusion with these heathen. Them is Hindu. When it's Diwali. When it's Christmas, there's Christian. These people gotta go. Tired of these heathens, but they gotta go. You know, they need to go in the rightful position under us. Right? Starting our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. Right? He said the poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are the deaf adder that's stopping the ears. Yeah, they don't want to hear. They hear this coming out, and the what? They're not gonna hear. In Revelation 9, this all the destruction come on the Edomite, the banking family. They still ain't repent. They still ain't repent. Right? He said, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers. The charmers is the man, the Lord. Right? Starting with our beloved elder Apostle Tahar. He's the head. He's the head of the church. He's the head of all of the churches set up across the globe. Right? These sincere brothers. Right? A time of these sincere brothers who teaching. The ones in GMS and the ones who not under GMS. The sincere brother. Elder Apostle Tahar is the head. So we are the charmers and not listening to the charmers. Right? He said, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. He said, break their teeth, O power Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And what's the teeth? The teeth is the military. You understand? And that's when the Most High going to break it. Right? He said, break their teeth, O power Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of of the young lion. Oh Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is the military. So the Most High gonna break that. And that's what the Most High prepare right now to what destroy Babylon. Right? It's still following there?
Yeah, I said, yeah, hot.
I got next one here for you. This
Okay.
is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 11. It said, make bright the arrows, gather the shield. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and rise up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. That's why we see Russia and we see Iran going down to Venezuela. They are the kings of the Medes. The Medes, they are the so-called Russians, right? They are the so-called Russians. And Iran is the ally to them. And there's the Medes and the Persian Empire back in reincarnation, right? He said the spirit, he says, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua had rise up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it. The Most High device is to destroy you. That's why the Most High arranging his army, he arranging his missiles, these different military, he arranged it to surround you, surround America, right? He said for his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. And who's the Lord temple? God was going to just now. You're oppressing the Hebrew Israelite, the so-called Negro, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native American Indian, and the confusion of the Israelites that scattered among these heathen. You're oppressing them, right? So the Most High is going to take vengeance for his temple. The children of Israel are the Most High temple, right? He said, set up a standard upon the wall of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchman, prepare an ambush. So there's an ambush that's coming to you, devils. There's an ambush, right? He said, for the Lord Yahweh had both devised and done that which he speak against the inhabitants of Babylon. He said, oh, that dwellest upon many water, abundant in treasure, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. The end is come, end of your rulership, end of your age, right? And the measure of thy covetousness. That was going to be destroyed. And are you wicked Israelites who in league with this devil, who sitting in the council of the ungodly? You are going to be destroyed. Because y'all worship the image of this devil. Y'all walk in his ordinances. So y'all sitting in the council of the ungodly. The ungodly is these so-called white people. They are the ungodly. And these are the heathen nation.
Done. Right? I will close off on the scripture. I can barely hear myself. Right? It says Job 20 verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Right? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? And that him? And that wicked is the so-called white man, Esau Edom, as he was going into. Right? So with that, we give more praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKodash, the blood of our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to the brethren who preach and teach his word in sincerity and in truth across the four corners of the planet earth, the elect, right? Shalom and forward into the ark. When you come on board, right?
Shalom.
Enjoy to the end. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah.